I like how I keep saying us even though you don't talk. I mean, they can hear that. Look, every time I try to eat. Why does it make that face? Okay, I'm here. I died, never mind. Okay, Jesus. Hi here, fuck you. Shay shot. You're not gonna ban me. I do feel like Peasky, bro. The amount of times I had to pee today. Ever since the bladder infections, like I had 3 in a row, right? My bladder is fucked, so I cannot hold the pee for the life of me. So every hour I have to fucking pee. Hello, dragon! How are you today? Yeah, bro, every time I have to pee. I can't take a nap because every time I have to take a... I wake up, I need to pee, and then I go take a nap again, and then I wake up and I need to pee, and then... It is so bad! I just wanna... I just wanna take a proper nap, man. Also, you need to be proud of me because I woke up from the alarm today. When I said I only wanted to take a nap for an hour, and you were like, don't take a proper nap, and I was like, no. I actually woke up from the nap. I didn't sleep through it because I was terrified that was gonna happen, but I didn't. It didn't happen. I hope your day is going good though. I had a bit of an unfortunate moment, but two actually. I found out the cookies that I was eating, I wasn't allowed to eat. And then later, like, I had a slight panic attack. And then that is when I learned that it was Freedom's Day today. And I sat there on the couch watching. And I might have fallen asleep on my mom's shoulder. Hello, Shiny! Welcome back home. I hope he didn't die. What? No, I'm tired. What was I gonna say? There's so much going on in my brain right now. I don't know. No. I'm just gonna sit here and do some chatting. If you want, you can join the VC and chat with us. But, I had some, anxiety, panic attack, before stream. So I'm tired. As fuck. Teehee. Ooh. Why did he turn British? Look at the PC chat. Why did he turn British? Putting on me headset. British. British. I can't say anything because recently my British accent, not specifically the accent, but more like the words are coming back. As in, when I don't think about it, I tend to use the word crisp instead of chips. And stuff like that. British.
Optimum bread.
Putting on me headset. Why you turn British?
I didn't realize I said me headset. I thought I meant my headset. That's crazy. Listen, I'm tired, okay?
I feel that. Is there gonna be fireworks today? They're gonna shoot the cannons, I know that. So if you guys suddenly hear a very loud bang, don't worry. That's normal. It's
You
Freedom
say
Day
that.
today. No, it's Freedom Day today. It's the day where the American and English people, the night that they fought off the Germans and the war ended in the Netherlands.
Oh.
And I forgot about that until I had a panic attack downstairs, and then I was tired, and I looked at the TV, and I was, oh fuck, I need to be quiet right now. Because like at 8 p.m. we need to be quiet for 2 minutes for like every year on the 4th. So I was sobbing downstairs trying to be quiet.
Oh.
And before that, I passed out on my mom's shoulder.
The exhaustion of your day really caught up to you.
I only took an hour nap today because I wanted to hang out with Shay. So earlier today, I was tired. Okay, so basically, what happened is the last 3 days I felt horrible again. Like had felt for like I was doing better, and I was doing better and had more energy, and then the last 3 days suddenly something happened, and I was back at zero again. And today I figured out why. The cookies that they had sold me had both gluten and milk.
Fucking kicked their asses, I swear to God. Ah.
And I was like, why the fuck am I tired again? Well, I now know why. I have been spamming the person that's like in charge of the diet and shit like that if I can go out for dinner at a pizzeria, because it's a new restaurant. I love pizza, I love Italian food, and I only have managed to have it once before everything went to shit. And I wanna go there at least once more in my life, but she's ignoring me. Now I'm sad. Normally it's the other way around. Normally I am late as fuck with replying and she's fast as fuck, but this time we switched roles apparently. That reminds me, I need to message the other one, another person, to ask if my first therapist, because I have a team around me, right? We build a team. That helps me make my life a little bit less difficult. But one of them is on vacation, but I forgot when that person is coming back, so I have to ask someone else who does know that. But that means I have to message them and I keep forgetting.
Do you have time to do that today though, or?
Yeah, I literally just have to ask, when is this person coming back? I can just app them. I have their WhatsApp number. I'd ask the person directly, but I don't want to ruin their vacation, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Even though they did message me with pictures of their vacation, and I was like, fuck you, bitch, I want to go there as well. I'm
That's
stuck here.
one way.
I've known that therapist for like 5-6 years now. She's
Yeah, that makes sense why she did it then.
yeah, we are close. Like, we are at this point, we're like friends. She's part of the family. So it's like, look at this pretty mountain. And I'm like, bitch, I want to.
Flexing out her ventures, so you're stuck here.
Yeah, as to like to say how close. When she got her first child, I went to her baby party and shit like that. I was invited to look at the baby. That's how close we've gone through the years.
That's nice though.
Yeah. And whenever it's my birthday, she comes by and she gives me presents, even though she doesn't have to.
That's really sweet. Honestly, not a lot of honestly not a lot of people. I'd say almost no one. When you're a patient, they don't really do that.
No.
So that's really sweet.
So I think for me, what I do is I don't go to big companies, right? Because I used to do that, but then it just doesn't work very well. So what we did is we got money from the government, and they gave it to us, and they gave us permission to build our own team of therapists and people, and we personally pay them with the money
Oh.
from the government. So it's not really like I can kind of ask anyone to help me. They don't even need to specifically be a therapist
Mm-mm.
or have a license, as long as they're willing to just hang out with me and help me with like certain stuff. I can choose to pay them for it.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that honestly makes it a lot easier for you
Yeah.
because you can pick people that you're like comfortable with. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
nice.
that also means
Nice.
that we have a bit more freedom
Mm-hmm.
with what we can do. I I can just um because it's not specific what they need to do for as therapy for me, so I can literally just go like, do you want to go to an amusement park? And they're just gonna go to amusement. We're just gonna go to an amusement park. And
When
it's
you say
getting
it like
paid by the
that,
government.
when you say it like that, it sounds so funny though.
Yeah. So, because basically why that's possible, because that's not something anyone can just get, is
Mm-hmm.
because I got stuck at home, right? So anything outside of my home counts as therapy. Is a step in the right direction, because I for like 4 or 5 years I was stuck in my room and I didn't leave the fucking house.
Oh, I can imagine. I can only imagine how much it must have sucked. How much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The only times I would leave is to go to the barn, which was once a week because my physical health didn't let me go anywhere, do anything else. And even now, the I still help as much as I can at the barn, but like I can't do very much because I will throw up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but so now everything that is outside the house counts as therapy because it's a right step in it. It's a step in the right direction.
Honestly, the not the whole, like going through depression, but like being able to pretty much have, like, I guess, therapy anywhere sounds so fun because literally you can make a therapy session be anything outside your home, and it's like
Yeah. So what
it
we
sounds really
also
fun.
learned, because I've had therapy since I was like 7, 8.
Hmm.
Um, what we learned is that normal therapy does not work for me.
Oh,
Sitting there and just talking, it does not work for me. That's not how I learn. I learn by doing stuff.
oh, so you're like more of a
Yeah.
hands-on.
So that is
Mm-hmm.
also a reason why the government was like, you can go outside and do stuff like that, because otherwise you're not gonna learn and we're just gonna be stuck with you for the rest of your life. So they're like, yeah. And yes, it sure has a lot of good sides, but also a lot of downsides, because I do have to do a lot of paperwork, and I have to constantly be
Yeah.
in fights with the government, because of the stuff that I told you earlier today in DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's worth it. It helped me a lot, and I am where I am because of that.
Honestly, you're seeing a lot of progress yourself. You are able to do a lot more stuff than you were able to do a few years back. That
Yeah.
alone says so much. And you do seem like, obviously, I haven't known you for that long, but you do seem happier. You do seem more like energetic.
Shay knows where I come from.
So,
Like,
and as I think the important thing about this all as well is like as long as you're seeing progress yourself and you're happy, that's
yeah.
and comfortable. That's the important part.
Yeah, I did get multiple, had to fight the government so bad and had multiple people fired. That wasn't directly what I planned to happen, but because they fucked up something so bad, and I don't get angry, I don't yell, but I yelled.
Wait, are you the type of person that just likes to like bottle up how they're feeling until they just
Yeah,
explode?
yeah, that's me.
I feel you. I feel you. Give me a high five. I feel you so bad. That's so bad, but I feel you.
Yeah, no, I don't like getting angry. I don't do that shit.
Mhm.
But sometimes, like, I think the last time I got angry, Shay knows exactly what happened. You kind of know what happened, but it was online. And that shit was bottled up, something that was happening for over 2 years. And I was bottling that up until I fucking cracked. And, well.
No. No. I would have honestly done the same thing.
Like, I don't like getting angry. I don't see the point of it because it doesn't normally help of getting angry, but sometimes like with the government, like she was not doing her job at all. So then we called her over, right? Because it was our only contact towards the government at that time. And we called her over and we are like, bro, she was already scared. So she asked and someone else to come with her. So there were two people of the government there. Unfortunately for her, I don't think she really thought that through. It was her mentor, slash elderly slash boss person that she brought with. And then we told that person what happened and that she wasn't doing her job, and well, she got fired. So technically, she brought that upon herself because if she hadn't brought that person, she would still had a job. Because then we would have just talked it out with her. But well, F.
Talk about talk about digging your own grave.
Yeah,
God
she really
damn.
did. Like, if she had not asked that person to be there, she would still have a job. But because she asked that person to be there, because like at that point, I was not gonna like lie about what was happening, right? So like she
Mhm.
specifically asked me to be there. Like my parents were like, "But you can also talk to us," and she's like, "No, no, I want her to specifically be there." And my parents are a lot nicer than me, with that regard. So yeah, she dug her own grave in that part.
That's the biggest self-report I've heard to date. That's insane. I'm sorry, but how stupid do you have to be to do that?
Like, damn, okay. She ended up only working there for 6 months.
Bruh. Bruh.
Like, I felt kind of bad, but also she did that on her own.
She brought it upon herself.
Yeah, if she had just, because all we asked her to do, right? All we was to make a report of something that we needed specifically to get a license to start at a new therapist,
Mhm.
right? And she didn't for 6 months. She ghosted us, so we asked her to come over and talk. But she dug her own grave in that one.
Wait a minute. She had to do a report, right?
Yeah.
You
All,
said it
all
took her
she
6 months?
no, she didn't finish it at all. Someone else had to do it after she was fired.
Brother. You couldn't even finish your job.
No, no.
No. you know, I was feeling kind of bad for calling her stupid. Not anymore.
Like, all she.
Like,
And the report was already, like, my mom had already wrote it. All she had to do was reread it herself and then sign it, which is 2 minutes work. And it took her over 6 months.
literally about the time she worked there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
From the moment
That
she
she couldn't
started,
do something.
because the other person that used to be our contact left for other reasons. I
Mhm.
don't know what the reasons were. Um, and then after that, she she's like, she talked to us once on the phone, and after that, my mom tried to call her and everything, never replied. Then she finally came over to our house, brought that person with her, and dug her own grave.
Yeah, I'm not sorry for calling her stupid. Like, bro, no. It.
Like, I get you're new at the job, I get that, but then at least say, I don't know how to do it, or ask for help, or like, don't just sit there, make promises, and never reply again.
For 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, if someone, a client, is asking you for something and you don't know how to do it, you talk to your client and express that, yeah, you don't know how to do it, but you also express that you can find someone to help them.
Yeah.
Hence is what she could have done, but instead she was stupid and waited 6 months to not even do her job properly. Bro,
Yeah.
literally from all you're saying, it's just she lacked communication skills
Yeah. Just
and work
proper
sense.
thinking skills, honestly.
Yeah.
But like, I get it. That, and even till this day, working at the government, not fun, not great, not a lot of money. Like, it's, I get that, and she was kind of thrown into the deep end because of it.
Hmm.
But then at least ask for help. Tell us that you don't know what you're doing. Tell us that there's issue. Tell her, because either we could have asked for help by the government, or she could have asked for help. She works at there. She could have literally just looked to the side and asked the person sitting next to her,
Hmm.
what the fuck am I supposed to do? But she didn't.
That's why I said, like, she definitely lacked communication skills. Because there's no way you made it 6 months into the job and just couldn't do something like that. Like, there's something, something was going on. Because there's just no way you get through 6 months of work without communicating with your clients or what?
Yeah. Yeah. And in that same chat, what I was proud of, I managed to get the government to make a yearly letter to everyone that turns 17, that gives all the phone numbers in all the companies to therapists and shit like that. Because when you turn 18 in the Netherlands, healthcare changes dramatically, and it's very hard to get. And I remember when I turned 18, my life went upside down, and I had to fucking fight to keep the therapist that I have um at that point. And so then I was like, they really do, Rodham. They really do. Um, so I finally managed to get them to agree, and now countrywide they will send letters to everyone who turns 17 that year, with explaining what they can do when they turn 18 and they need therapy. And I was very proud of that.
Wait, so basically everyone that turns 17 gets
Yeah,
like
they now
a
get a letter and a mail um
with
telling,
contacts to
yeah,
therapists.
yeah,
That
in
is
their major.
honestly that is honestly so good.
Yeah.
Cuz like you said, around that age, shit just hits.
Yeah, it
It
really
just
does.
hits and it hits hard.
Bro, I like
It's
I think that you just think the moment you turn 18, you're an adult. You no longer have mental issues.
that's where they start.
Yeah, that's where they fucking start. What do you mean, man?
Either that's where they start to some people or that's where they get worse. Like it's one or the other. And like when you get at that age, it's like you start to realize how hard life can actually be.
Yeah, because they suddenly start to expect things of you that you were never taught to do and shit like that. And you're just
Mhm.
like, what the fuck does any of this mean?
Yep. Yep.
How do you be an adult? No, man, hitting 80 barely means anything. They can still be childish or clueless, still aged 80. Age mattered, but it's more about your life experience and how you grow up. It is true.
Yeah.
But for those with mental health issues like autism and shit like that, the moment you turn 18, you're fucked. You're straight up fucked. Like I will
Uh
always be childish, no matter what. I'm an adult, and I still act like I'm fucking five sometimes.
it's part of your personality. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't, it doesn't affect you like
but
it doesn't have to be something that affects you.
yeah, but that does still mean I need to do paperwork and shit like that,
Mhm.
and I do need therapy, and I need people because of physical and mental health issues. I need people to help me so that life isn't as hard as it. Because without them, my life is basically impossible.
Mhm. That is true. And
Um,
like
yeah. But
I feel
whenever
like
you turn 18, the government is like, all the issues you used to have, they're gone now. You're 18. You can do this on your own. Fuck you.
uh kids saying, "I can't wait to be an adult." They don't know what the shit they're talking about.
I'm like, I want to be a child again.
Life was simpler back then.
Can I just be like 2 years ago? 2 years again, and just lay there and always sleep no matter where you are.
Just farting and pissing everywhere.
Yeah, and just napping on your dad, like on your dad's lap, or just like like I don't want to be.
I wish honestly like something I feel like I don't know if in the Netherlands they do this or if any school in the world does it, but I feel like they should have a class that teaches people, well, not people, but teenagers how to do their taxes, stuff that actually helps them in adulthood.
They taught me
Cause,
how to
oh my
cook,
god,
but that's on private school. That wasn't the actual school.
wait, you had like a cooking class?
Yeah, because okay, that is when uh, the year before I got stuck at home,
Mm-hmm.
I went to private school,
Oh.
and um, so I was the only one in the class, and I was just 3 days in the week. I was
Mm-hmm.
basically at a barn with horses, and at that same barn, like in the middle of the fucking horses, they were giving me German lessons and shit like that, and cooking class. Only downside on that part was there was also a group of people with dementia, which wouldn't be an issue except they thought I was their handler and constantly
Oh.
asked me to do stuff. And I get why they thought it because the cooking classes that I got, 9 out of 10 times, the things that I cooked were for them. So I know how to cook. I know that. Am I good at it? No, but that's because I'm dumb and clumsy and forgetful. But I know how to cook, technically, theoretically. Um, but they thought I was their handler and they kept asking me for stuff. And I remember this one time I wanted to go home, but this man, this like 80-year-old man, took my jacket and started yelling that it was his jacket. And it was fucking cold outside and I did not want to go outside without it. Bro, I had to fight the guy. I had to fight an 80-year-old
I
man for
don't know
my own
why
jacket.
I'm getting a freaking mental image of that. Just you yanking your jacket off the old man's hand, and
That
he
is
like
exactly how it happened.
using his only strength to pull it back. It's my jacket, you whippersnapper.
Bro, he started crying. I was like, but it's not your jacket, it's mine. Your jacket is over there. Please give mine back.
Did you get it back in the
I
end?
did, only because I told him to try and fit it and try to wear it, and then he realized that it didn't fit, and he was like, "Oh, it's not my jacket," and I was like, "No, it's not. Give it back."
Insane. Brother.
That is also where I met the person that later, 2 years later, I went to help because she started a company, her own company, where she would
Mhm.
give children and families therapy with horses. So
Oh.
I helped her because that would mean like 4 or 5 people at the same time with horses, and it wouldn't be safe to only have one person there to guard them against the horses. So she's like, "Can you help me?" So I did that. But then my physical health started to worsen and worsen, and I got stuck at home. Then I got homeschooled for a year. And in that time, a year or 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. 1.5 years, 2 years, I was home without anything, and I was just stuck in my house. And then I got homeschooled, and then that teacher eventually made it so that I could go to another school, where I ended up finishing high school and then getting my diploma. Only thing is, I got fucking traumatized in that school. Theoretically, a special school for those with mental health issues and shit like that. Good idea.
On paper.
On paper. In practicality, not so much. It's fun and all until you suddenly get a chair thrown at your face because somebody has anger issues and they don't know how to handle it.
I feel like it should be like separated, like have each kind of, I don't want to say like mental instability, but I guess that's the best way to say it. Like each person with like mental issues
Yeah.
attend like a separate classroom instead of having them all mixed together to
Although
avoid
I feel
issues like
like a
that.
whole class of people with anger issues might also not be the greatest idea.
Okay, well that's true. But you know what I mean, like it, or at least have someone to look after the worst, because
Yeah, no, that was
not
my
everyone that
teacher,
has anger
right?
issues.
So that
Yeah.
was my teacher. Every class had its own teacher, and my teacher, he was really nice. I had him for like 2 years there. Um, but he was also one of the only male teachers in the school. So whenever
Oh dear
something would
lord.
go wrong, he would be the first one on the scene to stop people from hurting each other. Which also meant that a lot of students that weren't in his class hated him and took it out on our class. So I remember one day we got stuck an entire morning because somebody outside our class rigged the door and was waiting for one of us to step out of it to throw stuff at us and like hurt us pretty badly. So we had to wait
Oh,
until security arrived to
what the
free us.
fuck?
I needed to piss so bad. I remember that very vividly because I needed to piss.
Wait. there was only one door to that room.
Yeah. So we were stuck there, and we were on the third floor, so we couldn't go down either through the window. No, we were stuck there, man.
Wait, that's actually a kind of like a safety hazard to only have one.
Yeah, no, we learned that the hard way.
That was literally like, I wouldn't say like a dire emergency, but it was certainly
No, it wasn't
a
dire. It was funny. Luckily, we had a very chill group at that day.
mhm.
But like, so we had fun. At one point, we just stopped like having class, so we just ended up playing games and card games, even with the teacher and shit like that, and then watching movies while we were waiting for the security.
Wait, were all the classrooms like that with only one door?
Yeah, yeah, that's basically all classrooms in the Netherlands.
Really?
Yeah, it's rare to have two doors.
Every classroom, well, I'm pretty sure that in the States is as like that as well. But over here, every classroom has two doors
I mean,
because of that.
we don't have guns, so we don't really have
No,
a
we don't have guns
necessity.
here either. But like, say a building gets on fire for some reason,
Oh
right?
no, we
And you need to
fucked.
get out.
Now we fucked.
That's why I'm like, that's a kind of a safety hazard.
I remember when I was 9, we had this fire thing. It wasn't an actual fire, but it was a safety. Remember, yeah, bro, remember to. But the fire alarm didn't work in our classroom, so. And that. Okay, so it was funny this time because there was no actual fire. But we missed the whole fucking thing because they forgot our class. We would have fucking died because they forgot about our existence.
Bro.
Like, it was an hour later that somebody was like, hold up, are you guys still in school? And they're like, aren't we supposed to be in school? And they're like, no, the fire alarm went off. And we're like, what fire alarm? There's no fire alarm here, man. And you're like, oh. You can go home now. We're like, oh,
That
that would have been nice to know
honestly,
beforehand.
that kind of reminds me of something that happened. It wasn't something that happened once. It happened like 3 or 4 times. Uh, the college I went to, it, I wouldn't even call it a university. It was a very small like campus area, and we at like 4 times that it happened, we had to go outside. It was in the middle of the city, and we had to go to like close. It was the college itself was close to the city hall, so we had to like go outside because someone was attempting to supposedly bomb the campus.
Oh, that happened to me as well because we were having a festival and this elderly dude that was living near the school, which he knew was gonna happen, and it happens every year, got grumpy and planted a fake bomb in the school and called the police. And the whole festival was blown off because, well, bomb.
No,
How
ours
sad.
was fake. All 4 times were fake, but people literally just called that there was a bomb. It's like, bro.
I mean, it was a fake bomb, but it was, well, it was a bomb, but it wasn't one that would explode. It was kind of just
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
pop. It was there. But still, whole festival gone to shit. Wee.
People are something else, I'll say that.
Yeah. The guy went to jail. They caught him, and he went to jail. I don't know if he's still in jail. Because he's done that before. So, He went to jail.
Bruh, I don't get what. I don't get the amusement people like that get out of that.
I don't get it. Like, the school was there before he went to live there, so he knew shit was like that was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it actually happened, he was like, no, fuck this. I don't get people.
Me neither.
And to think that, I think 2 people in the time that I was on that school went to jail because stuff happened.
Bro.
Like my friend, my close friend, one morning I woke up and there was this trauma helicopter. Turns out my friend's dad had murdered his
Huh?
mom. I loved his mom. I was so sad. I cried. But that is what I woke up to. And they didn't tell us at first, so we went to class. I knew there was a helicopter and I knew something. But then in the middle of the class, our like head mistress came up and she's like, these and these people, so our friend group was called out of the class and they told us. And we were allowed to go either home or stay at school. And I chose to stay at school because I love school. And I have autism. So my emotions are a little bit different than most people. So I was like, I want to stay at school because if I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna think about this shit and I'm gonna be even sadder. So I want to stay at home. But yeah, I love this mom, bro. She was so nice. She made cookies a lot of the times. And she would always be there when my mom forgot me at school. She would wait there for me until my mom would arrive. The guy went to jail.
Brother, what the hell?
But yeah. My school life has been traumatizing, to say the least. I think in total, I went to, hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different schools. And almost in all of them, something traumatizing has happened. No, that's except for 2. 2 of them were okay. Well, 3 of them were okay. Yeah, 3 of them were okay.
I don't think. Well, no. I lost my dignity in college.
I mean, who doesn't?
I already told you the story of what happened to me,
Yeah,
though.
I know.
But I don't think something happened when I was in school. Not really.
I think the only person that is kind of close to the same story would be Shay. School-wise. Trauma bonding.
It's one way to bond, that's for sure. Well, well, no, that's not exactly. I mean, things that happened to me that I told you about aren't really that like they aren't really traumatizing. The only thing that's close to it is literally what happened to me in college that I told you about. But other than that, it's like not really.
Yeah. I think the two most traumatizing things that happened. One I can say is my teacher tried to sexually harass me verbally. I don't know if he wanted to do anything else, but I just ran. Um, and then, which is also why I'm kind of traumatized with friends. Um, uh, I mean, I've said it on stream. My best friend at one time, twice she did this, tried to commit Sudoku next to me.
Huh?
And I had to stop her.
Oh my god.
Twice.
Oh no.
So I might be slightly overprotective now of my friends. Because of it.
I wouldn't blame you if you were. Going through that twice takes a lot out of someone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like,
Whoa.
because she was my friend, whenever she would go through an episode, she would always message me. And I would have to
Mm-hmm.
call the police, even if we weren't at school. She did it twice at school next to me, but other times when she would go through an episode, she would call me. And I wouldn't be able to know what to do. So the people at that point made me block her, the teachers and shit like that, and to protect me from her. But it's still a very traumatizing experience. Because I really thought she was a really good friend, but also every time I saw her, I would get scared for not only her safety but my own.
Yeah, because you didn't know what she was capable of
Yeah,
doing. If she's capable of taking her own life, that's really scary.
yeah.
Which is okay. If you think about it, we kind of went full circle because it goes back to what we were speaking earlier about uh when you reach, well, not reach, but like kids, teenagers, young adults, when they reach like 18 years old, like depression doesn't start at that age. It literally starts before.
Yeah. So
It
what
can get bad at
happened?
that age, but like,
Yeah. What happened with her? She had undiagnosed schizophrenia.
oh wait, I think I remember you mentioned a little bit of her before.
I've had two friends with schizophrenia throughout my life. No, three. That's a lie. Three.
Oh,
But hers was undiagnosed. But like
which
she would
is
send me
pretty
messages.
scary.
Yeah, she'd send me messages when I was at school and she was like at the hospital. Like, do you hear these voices talking and creepy messages like that? And that is when my teacher and like the other people were like, you have to block her. Because she's gonna keep doing this and she's gonna take you down with her. We did what we could for her. It's now up to the people where she's at to save her, but like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't do anything for her anymore. The best you can do right now is block her to save yourself.
Did they ever try to explain to you at that time what it could have been, what she meant with everything that was going on with her? What she
No,
maybe had?
no, because she wouldn't talk to her therapist. She just talked to me.
Also,
All the
literally,
thing,
you are
yeah.
the only person. Oh,
So
oh
all the
God.
people, everything the people knew about her was through me. So that was
Kisuke,
something.
how are you? How are you? That sounds like it takes so much out of a poor kid. What the fuck?
And then a funny thing that happened 3 years ago when I started streaming pretty early on. Um, a guy
Mhm.
apparently from the same school called me midstream, forcing me to go on a date with him. I didn't know he was. I didn't know how he got my phone, but he tried to. And I cringed so hard.
Wait. I think I remember you told this before on stream. You were with Shay. I think I remember you said, and you were so confused when that happened.
I was like, how the fuck do you know my name? How the fuck do you have my number? What the fuck? He was like, bro, and I quote, he went, I always put on perfume and nice smelling things, and I always did my hair and the best clothing for you. And you never like said anything to me, and I was like, bro, I don't know who you are. Is this some animation kind of shit? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know who you are. Please leave me
If
alone.
I want you to understand something right now. If you didn't notice him back then, I want to understand what made him think that you would notice him now when he told you that he like what was the thought process like if you didn't notice him before, like
I don't
nothing was gonna
know.
change.
I don't know, man. That also reminds me of like, okay, so when I was really, really, really young, when I was like 5 years old, I had this girlfriend, like this friend who was a girl, who, you know, yandere in anime, yandere people that are
Yeah.
insanely overprotective and like, yeah, she was that of me. Only I didn't realize that because, well, I was fucking 5. But then one day I was at her house and I said hi to her little brother. Next day she didn't come to school. The next few weeks she didn't come to school. She never returned to school. Wanna know what happened? She tried to drown her little brother. Her parents got her and she went to like a hospital or like something and she never went free again.
The fuck?
I only learned that a year later. I was like, why is she never coming back to school? I was terrified of her, by the way. I was fucking terrified because I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone in my class. But like, I don't know, I was fine. I don't know. I'm stupid, and until this day, I have very bad judgment of people, and I don't know. I'm not really great at me. But like,
Okay, no, I wouldn't say you're terrible
and
at
whenever
that.
like I
If
know
you
I
put
remember this very vividly. Whenever I would talk to other people in my class, she would hit me, and then hit the other student. But then I learned that she tried to drown her little brother because I said hi to him.
that's insane.
I've met her once after that, and it's like a few years later, and she was only allowed to go outside with guards around her. Till this day, we have some contact with her family, but she's never allowed to go free because nobody knows what she's gonna
That's
do.
oh
But
god.
I was too young for it to be traumatizing, so what I do remember afterwards is it was very hard to make friends afterwards because everyone was terrified of me. Because every time somebody would talk to me, they would get like beat up by that person. So even after she was gone, they still wouldn't talk to me because of that.
This is literally the more you talk about these experiences, the more it makes sense why you're like a little bit worried of people. And I just wanna give you a fucking hug. This is fucking horrifying. hearing all these things that have happened to you. What the fuck? Ah, it's not right. Like, a single person shouldn't go through all this fucking shit.
I don't know. I'm a magnet for trouble, apparently.
I, I don't know if that's a good thing to say.
Now, even in the 3 years of streaming, Shay has seen what kind of people I attract. It's not great! So now whenever I meet like somebody or like, I always ask Shay as like, is this a person that you would trust? And if she says no, I'm like, okay, never mind, fuck you. Because I know for a fact that if I'm gonna talk to someone, 9 out of 10 times it turns out to be a horrible person or like something that's really messed up.
Mm-mm. Yeah. I mean, it's fair to think that way because online people tend to be just horrible people.
Yeah.
Especially with, I'm gonna mention it obviously, but with a lot of current stuff that's been going on, a lot of drama that's been going on.
I was
It's
so
very similar to
sad.
this.
I was
Yeah,
so
me
bad.
too.
I used to be your fan.
I loved her, but I think as a lot of people that followed her and a lot of her friends would feel, it's
No, but
it sucks.
like when that shit came out, I was okay. I feel bad towards her friends because me and Shay went through the same shit not too long ago, a few weeks ago. Um, but I was laughing so hard because it was right the day that Shay left, and I can guarantee you this now. Every time Shay
Yeah.
goes on vacation, shit will go bad. It's never not happened. Whenever Shay goes on vacation, drama will start.
You know what's funny? It took. I remember talking with Shay in DMs, and it only took like I think it was like around 5 hours later, like 4 or 5 hours later, the first post came out, and I was like,
No, but
huh.
that happens every fucking time. In the 3 years I've known her, every time she goes on vacation, the exact same shit happens. It's a fucking curse, bro.
I will say, I feel like the entire VTuber community as a whole is very scary
Oh, I
in
don't
that,
like it.
in that regards. It's very scary
I've
because
had
of that same reason.
I've had a friend who tried to use me as a stepping stone for 4 years.
I've
2 friends actually. One you already know.
Let me at him. Let me at him, coach. Let me, huh?
One I already told you. 3 actually maybe. 2 I told you about. 1 I didn't because I have erased him from my brain.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I will, if I send the message, if I send the name in chat, in the VC chat, Shay will go, oh, I forgot about this dude.
Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. I understand that completely though. I have been used so many times as a tool. So I feel that.
Like, okay, so this is one thing for me though. I will give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's hard evidence against them.
Mm-hmm.
That's recent. Because if it's
Yeah.
like years years ago, then maybe the person has changed and I will kill. But so that also means that a lot of the time, like some of the times, it doesn't end well for me. But it's like I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, so I will still collab with nobody, everyone that like asks. Um, like I don't give a shit about followers or viewers or anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the moment you don't like, I see that you're not treating me with respect, I will not treat you with respect, and you're no longer my friend. Like I will treat you
Treat
with
others
respect,
the same
but
way.
yeah,
The Yeah,
like
literally treat others the same way you want to be treated. That's how I like to say it.
yeah. So like
Ah,
I will I will be friends with anyone, but just be a decent person, man. I don't ask for much, but like be a decent person.
Eastgate, but it takes so much to be a decent person
Yeah,
nowadays.
apparently.
That's way too much.
Like
You
I
know how much
yeah.
I have to invest on being such a good person? God, no.
Bro, what? Okay, so it's so much harder to cause drama than just be there, man. Like, I don't understand why. How sad does your life have to be for you to go around and cause drama? Because that shit takes so much energy, and I'm like, ugh. I like just sitting here in my little corner. Everyone is welcome in my corner as long as they're kind to each other. And if you're not, well, there's a lot of people that will know what happens then. Because the ban list is getting longer and longer every fucking stream. And the reasons are getting funnier and
Yeah.
funnier every time.
Uh,
Now, I remember this one time, like, I have this very simple rule, right, in my chat. Be kind to
mhm.
each other. Bro, this guy came in my chat and was started a fight with someone else in my chat. The other person that was already in my chat didn't do anything wrong, right? He was just an innocent bystander, but for some reason, bro, this guy went completely at him and I was like, let's just say he got destroyed by not just me, by Shay and by the rest of the mods in the chat before he got banned.
You know how much of a dickhead you have to be to get that much attention on you in less than like a few minutes of you showing up for the first time in a chat?
Like,
Like, what the fuck?
just like the mods, like even the people just lurking just came in chat, even the non-mods, everyone just like showed up and like, no, fuck you, man, you can't do that.
I will say something that I've always been kind of iffy since I've started like watching Twitch a few years ago. People don't read rules. People really don't
No,
like.
no.
You can reiterate the rules. No, how many times you want, and the pop up you see whenever you're gonna type the first time that it literally says the rules. It doesn't matter. People just click OK and just type whatever the hell they want. It's
I
like,
I found a funny trick for that. Hold on, let me uh so I have this one rule that's not an actual rule and it's dumb as fuck. But because
yeah.
and like you almost always do this shit. But it gives me a good idea for those who read the rules and who don't. Let me see it. Where is it again? Community? No. Settings? Moderation? Oh, yeah, here. Uh, no asking the streamer if you can call them mommy is one of the fucking rules. Because people kept calling me that.
Oh,
Okay, you want to see all the
can
rules?
I worship you?
Yeah. So, okay, all the rules that I have. Don't sexualize the streamer or other chatters. If you would do that, IRL, you
Mhm.
would go to jail. That's an actual rule. That's how I typed it. No asking the streamer if you can
I-
call them mommy. No bringing up other streamers on and their stream, as it takes away from the integrity of my stream. No links, no trauma dumping. Don't ask to join the game. If I'm playing with viewers, it will be in the title. No harassing the streamer or the
Mhm.
chatters. No self-promotion for anything or for other people. Be kind. No spam at me or anyone. Don't be weird. Those are the rules. They are pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, though that's an actual message someone sent as first time chat. Can I worship you?
Wait.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that wasn't. Ugh, fucking God. I
Or
remember.
or someone went,
I think.
nice breast. And then the whole chat just went, one breast? Only one? Where's the other one? Did the other one run away?
I still remember. I think out of all the streams I've watched from you, I only remember one one person, and it was that one guy where when we were playing Overwatch, that came in and said, "Can you help me with rivals?"
Yep. And I
That's
think the
it.
reason why you haven't seen the weird chats is because I had it on follower only chat for a very long time. Yesterday I turned that off, so it's now everyone can chat. So it'll take a few streams before shit like that is gonna happen again. I don't know if she
Not gonna
still has
lie.
the screenshots from last year, the weird first time chatters, but she could send them to you. Send them if you see chat if you still have them, because I want to see a Chinese reaction to them.
I'm scared.
Like, yeah. Bro, the no asking the streamer if you can call them mommy. I had to put that shit because people kept doing that. Now, I don't know what the fuck they think a mommy is, but like, I am everything but a mommy. I am the opposite of a mommy.
Maybe it's because of your model.
Have you seen the face?
Yeah.
I look like a bottom.
You act like a bottom.
I am bottom.
Wait, before I read these, I need to laugh out. I'm gonna mute for a second. It's too...
Oh, right, I like feet.
Okay, let me see these now. Yo, what good? What is this for? Remember this? I like feet. Did he get banned because of the feet? Wait,
No,
no.
no, no, the next message.
Ew. Uh, Oh. Oh. No. I'm not. Oh no. Hell no. Nice boobies, lady. Nice first time chat, buddy.
Nice breast. Just one. The other one's not important.
A truly freaky man is approaching. the fact that they have emotes and they have like the cursive, and I hate it. I hate it. That's not freaky. That is creepy. Different word. Ew.
He actually turned out to be pretty
Disgusting.
nice.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't break a single rule. That's the best part.
Oh god.
But oh no.
I hate that. Oh. Oh, I like you. You have a cute laugh. I like your voice. Can I? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why if people have to be so stupid?
Stop
Wait, what?
glazing on my knee. I forgot about that.
Ugh. I hate people. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Welcome to the VTuber space,
Uh,
where women apparently get zero respect.
Sup? How are you? Okay, this was a little funny, rude, but funny. Stop. How are you,
But like,
furry?
he didn't get banned for that, right? Because, well, I mean, fuck
Yeah,
you, but
yeah,
also,
yeah.
but he kept rubbing that in, and I remember him because afterwards he started acting angry at shit like that, and that is when he got banned. He started swearing at me playing a game or shit like that, and yelling at other people in the chat. That's
Okay,
when why
wait.
he got banned. He's not because of the fucking furry. Like, sure, fucking rude, but like,
For
okay,
acting like a dickhead.
yeah, that's when why
Yep,
he got banned.
yep. Deserved. Honestly, I would have banned his ass the second I saw furry. Wait, what is this? Hello? I hate it already. Starting off. Oh no. It's like, you know, so that's why you banned. I hate the second message and the third message.
Their shit was on text to speech, by the way. I had to listen
Oh
to that shit
god.
out loud.
Oh fucking. Oh no. I hate it.
And there's more. There's more people, more stuff
Yeah.
happen.
Do you
Oh,
have
you're
your
right.
He's still not sure if he's gay? I I am gay. I am. Oh, am I gay? He doesn't know. Shay.
You just kept saying that.
I like that. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Girl, you carbon monoxide, cause damn, your pressing kills.
Till this day, I
Uh,
don't know if that was meant as an insult or a big lie. But it made me
that's
laugh. I remember that.
that's such a.
Azure, hi. How are you today? Hello, Azzy. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh,
Hi,
and then
Azzy.
I love boob. Just the
Great
name.
name. Just damn.
My name is absolute base toe sniffer.
I hate these names.
I don't think you screenshot the Defensely one. What's the whole
My
forward?
name is Absolute Base to. Oh,
Stepmom's
fuck!
toy.
What's the whole for?
Like, at least two people have asked if I had a Fancily and got disappointed and angry when I said no. And it was so funny. I don't know if we clipped the moment where I read it for the first time. But like me and Shay were having a collab. And both our models were showing, right?
Yeah.
And both of them have very expressive facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
They were done by the same rigger. And at first, you see me reading it, and you can literally see me go, "What the fuck?" And then you see Shay read it, and you can literally see her mouth the words, "What the fuck?" You
I
can
hate
literally see the
name.
confusion, bro.
I hate names that start with like dragon, because usually people have like dragon these balls or dragon balls or something like that. Something referring to nuts is usually how it
Drag on
is.
these nuts.
Yeah.
Well,
Please let me out of
speaking about dragon
Okay.
and stuff. Hi, can you say
Like,
ooh with cute sound? No.
look at that. I mean, you wanna kill him. What the fuck?
I remember that last guy. I was playing Truck Simulator. No dragons were to be seen in that whole game. Okay, but Shay, it's a bot. I see that. Look at the fucking name.
Think I'm getting brain damage from these names.
Speaking about horrible names, let me screenshot something of what literally just happened.
That has to be a bot. There's no
No, it
way.
is a bot. Uh, it's a viewer bot. But the fact that we were talking about weird names, that showed
And
up.
that's yeah. Yeah. I hate it.
Good bot.
Sari bot, best bot.
Good bot. Head pet. He's a better bot than Stream Elements. What did Salary say when he broke up with his girlfriend? She wasn't right for me, so I really don't care it at all. That is so bad.
I hate vegetable puns like that. It's so bad.
It is so bad. That is probably the worst dad joke ever.
I wouldn't even classify that as a dad joke, honestly.
I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around.
Oh. Oh god.
Imagine. Children don't know what that
Mm.
means.
Ah, it should stay that
there's
way.
there's kids that are like, what the fuck is a hokey pokey?
Isn't there? I think yeah, there is a song for that.
Yeah.
It's like a kids thing when they play. I forgot what it's what the yeah. Ugh. I I'll say it again. Unlike people are just weird
Cat fact.
most times.
The first cat in space. Oh, I know about this. The first cat in space was a French cat named Felicet, aka Astro Cat. In 1963, Franz blasted the cat into outer space. Electrodes implanted in her brain sent neurological signals back to Earth. She survived the trip. Oh. I know the dog died in space. I didn't know the cat survived.
Wait, what? What are you reading?
The cat fact.
There's cat facts?
Yeah, look in the chat.
Oh.
A 1-year-old dog is as physically mature as a 15-year-old human. I'm not so sure about that one. My dog did pretty dumb shit when he was 1.
Wait, I want to try one. I want to try. That's just a face palm and a half. That's way too big words for a dad joke.
Okay, but this one actually it's a good dad joke though, because the other one didn't make sense. This one does. It's good wordplay. This morning I was wondering where the sun was, but then it dawned on.
Okay, that one was a little funny. A little.
Speaking of losing sun or moon, once a month for a week, we don't have a fucking moon for some reason. The moon is just gone in the sky. Here. Maybe not once a month, but like every so often for a week we don't have the moon in the sky at night. It was so
Oh,
funny.
I mean,
We were like, where's the moon?
huh.
Like we were doing something and they were like, I don't know, we were talking about star signs and they were like, but it's on that side of the moon, and they were looked and was like, where the fuck is the moon?
If you know if you know the reference of what I'm about to say, I'd be so happy. But I guess you could say someone stole the moon. If you know, I'll be happy. If you don't, I'm sad.
I might know the reference, but
Minions! Tonight! We
yeah.
steal the moon!
Yeah. I had to think of it because I watched the Minions in Dutch. So I was like, hold on. Banana. I like the banana meme.
Banana. I saw a clip. I don't know if I ever sent it to you. I think I didn't. Saw a clip of someone. They were playing modded repo, and then one of them was dressed as Gru, and there were like 20 others dressed as minions. And he
No, I
literally
watched
did that same
that.
scene. It was so funny
I
because
watched
everybody
that.
started saying banana.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
I remember that. Yeah, I watched that.
I want to play Repo again.
Same. I like Repo.
Me too.
I like being a little piece of shit.
Always.
Plus, it's a wobbly game, which is already +5 for me.
True.
The only wobbly game I don't like is Fall Guys.
But you have your reasons to hate it.
Yeah.
So that's completely fair. I remember when Fall Guys was like big and it was like everyone was playing it. I remember how everyone was making fun of this one guy, this streamer, because he couldn't get a crown. He could never win a game.
That was me.
No.
You know, but I never got any. I never won it.
Wait, really? You never won a game?
No, cause I was always the person. Even if I would go with lobbies of people for the streamer, cause I was modding and shit like that, I would always be the one to get dunked on or get fucking yeeted out of the map. They would literally chase me down and throw me off the map. They would do everything in their power to not make me win.
Brother.
Now, okay, I do kind of blame myself for that because I was the funny mod. Like, I was the person that was always asked for collabs for the humor. So, but that also means they didn't go after the streamer. No, 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 no. They went after me, bro. And this was a family-friendly streamer, so they were like a bunch of like 12-year-olds, no, 13-year-olds. When I said when is there 13. And they would just be chasing me. Now, Fall Guys wasn't that bad because there's no voice chat. But imagine Crab Game. I just get chased by like 40 12-year-olds across the map. They just be yelling, "Ski, ski, ski," and I'm like, shut the fuck up, please. I wanna go home. I don't wanna be here. Like, because I had to be there. He would like the streamer would. I mean, obviously, and he'd be like, I need mods to be there, so automatically it was me. So I just be there, and I just became the fucking punch bag. And then they started a GTA RP server, and they made me the cop. Well, that didn't go well. Because everywhere I would go, people would start breaking the rules. Because then they would have funny. They would talk to me. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up, please. Just go home. I locked them up in the prison and forgot to release them. But that's okay. I was a great cop. Everyone was in prison, and I had silence.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get some water. Be right back.
Yeah, take your time. But then I swore to never mod for a family-friendly streamer again. Shit traumatized me. The worst thing that so the best the I mean, it was pretty funny, but there was this competition where they were building stuff, and he would give a game to the winner, right? And I was sick. And I was like, I'm not gonna be part of the competition. But then he forced me to build a house anyway. So in 10 minutes time, I built this fucking shack. It was ugly as fuck. It was made out of dirt. But then I was like, I'm gonna go and I'll be back to be part of the judgment team. I wasn't because I passed out. But then later, he messaged me and he was like, bitch, you got second. And I was like, what do you mean I got second? I wasn't part of the competition. It was, and even if it was a fucking dirt shack. And he was like, yeah, they all voted for you. So I got a free game out of that. That was fun. They're all either simping for you or like, I don't know, but for some reason you're more famous than me and I'm the streamer. I'm like, I don't know what I did. They're like, they like you more, and I'm like, I don't fucking care. You're the streamer. I'm not part of it. I told you. And it's like, they didn't listen. They kept voting for you. Hello, Storm. How are you? And then he was like, he had like average of 50 viewers, all between the age of 12 and 16, 13 and 16. It was horrid. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. I had a little bit of a few days, a little bit difficult. Turns out the cookies they sold me saying that they were okay for me to eat, meaning they didn't contain gluten or milk. They lied. It both contained milk and gluten, which means that now my body is fucked up again. Bad. So I'm a little bit grumpy about that. I keep passing out. But it'll be okay. Speaking of cookie, I'm gonna go get chips. Entertain chat. The shoutouts work. I will beg you to shout yourself out. Not me.
There was another problem. Oh. They did? There you go. Oh, shame!
Okay, I'm going. I'm scared of the other clips they are gonna show, but
Apex
No, you
cannot
cannot
wait.
wait.
You gotta do this now.
Arara. There it is!
I am back in black. Why are we shouting Yusuke back?
Got slopping.
I thought someone joined the PC for real. That scared the shit out of me. I had to do a double take. God damn it, Shay.
We're gonna get lit in a cave.
Let me get my phone. Seems like you're having fun with the clips, huh? Wait, what? I didn't hear that. Damn it, I missed it because I went to pick up my phone. Damn it, Shay.
I'm
No, it's not gonna
unbelievable
be an
compared
urban
to,
legend.
you
It's
know,
gonna
just
play again. I can
everybody
feel it.
apparently.
I mean, some people are just very bullyable.
Hey, look, I wouldn't become a VTuber otherwise.
Because I'm a bottom. Do I have to explain any further? Oh my god, escape.
What?
I'm a power
Amazing.
bottom.
You know what's crazy? The clip playing talked about a power bottom, and here she comes.
I don't know where it went. Oh yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
What happened? What did you do, Shay?
Oh, Shay didn't do anything.
Oh. What did you do?
What do you mean I do?
Why are you...
Shay was just doing some shoutouts, and then a clip played. They called you a power bottom, and lo and behold, you just arrived as you were the power bottom.
Who called me that? Who the fuck called me that?
I don't know who it was. Was it? I don't.
Shay?
Was it? No,
Who
it
was
wasn't
it?
Jin. I don't know who it was.
Who was it, Shay? Oh, Peter Ara.
I didn't hear it because I went to pick up my phone.
Wait, who called me? I don't remember anyone calling me that. Who did that?
Either they called you a power bottom, or someone was talking about being a power bottom, and then you showed up. That's why I was laughing, because the timing was perfect.
It sounds like something either Dito would say.
It was a guy, I think.
It was Dito. I knew it.
A power bomb recognized power bottom. See.
Know your friends. Like at first I thought it was Chiyu, but then you said it was a guy, and I was like, there's only one guy who would say it, and that would be Dito. Was it a drunk stream?
I don't think so. I might be wrong, honestly. Wait, Isuke, I have a question. Have you bought uh battle passes before in Fortnite?
Yeah.
Did you get the same amount you spend on the battle pass, or
If you play it constantly, you will get enough. You will be able to only buy it once and then forever have it for free. But that is only if you always finish the battle pass.
okay, so you like max it out?
Ah,
Okay, because I'm thinking of getting the Star Wars one because it has a lot of things I like, but don't know yet. And I think ranked reset.
yeah,
So
every time.
yeah.
I'm gonna say this. If you open Fortnite someday and I'm not there and you see Kakashi in the store, DM me. Call me. I don't give a shit. Even if I'm on vacation, call me and I will give you my account details and I will have you buy Kakashi. I'm not kidding.
He's gay. They had Goku, and he's gonna. I think that changes tonight. Oh no, in like 3 hours, I think. I'm gonna get on real quick and see what other things they added. All I remember seeing quickly this morning was Goku.
I remember I did that with Genshin. There was something I needed. Oh right, I was on vacation and I really wanted this free outfit, but I couldn't play it. So I gave my account to Shay. She got the outfit for me.
That's wild.
Like I DM'd her and I was like, Shay, I want this outfit, but yeah, you did. And then I fucked up everything again because I'm silly.
Let me see, it's loading. I don't think there's anyone specific right now. Let's see. Oh, this is not it. Shit. Shop. On the battle passes.
I'll even ask Ezzy to, to to tell me if he sees Kakashi in the store.
So it's Goku, Juice World, a lot of Star Wars stuff. Cowboy Bebop as well as here.
Kakashi was my second anime crush.
Have I ever had an anime crush? I don't think so. Anime? Wait, anime. I have. Okay. Oh, Marshmallow's here too. Fuck, I might have to swipe. I'll get on in a little bit and do that. I'm not gonna do that while you're streaming. I don't want there to be evidence of me swiping in Fortnite. Anyway, have I ever had? No, wait. I think I have. Have I? Wait, anime. I haven't watched that many anime, so I don't really recall if I ever had. I have. I remember now. I had. Well, I like their design. I wouldn't call them like anime crushes. I just like their design a lot.
Also, Shay,
Oh God.
we recently learned what robbed us of a season 3 in Diabolic Lovers. They're having issues with the VA of Rookie. Which is also why there's no new games. They're gonna release drama CDs, but I don't want to listen to that shit because it's gonna be 3D and I don't need to hear them in my ear. No. I just want a season 3, man. That took me off guard, I won't lie. I know, but I forgot about it. Thinking of it, I still owe people an ASMR video.
Oh,
Yeah, for 1,000 followers, they made me do an ASMR video, but because of stuff that happened, I wasn't able to. I have the script. I just need... I don't want to do I don't want to do it.
if you don't like ASMR, you don't have to do it. You can do something else for the 1K.
Like what?
Oh, I didn't think I'd get this far. I don't know.
I said I wouldn't do another song cover because, well, that shit sucked.
Mm.
No, that's a lie. There's one song that I want to do a cover of. But but it's a
Why?
duet, and I know for a fact that I know one crazy enough to do it with me.
Wait, what song is it?
It's from Frozen.
A duet? Wait, Frozen 1 or Frozen 2? I haven't seen the Frozen 2.
Frozen 2, but the song didn't make it into the movie.
What? Okay, you had to DM me the song, but I don't know what song you're talking about.
It's called Get This Right. Get It Right.
Oh.
I either want to do that song or from Beetlejuice. The dead, all about the dead thing or something. I don't know what it's called.
I love Beetlejuice. Did the second movie come out? I don't remember if it came out.
Yeah, with Jenna Ortega, no?
I need to watch it then. I haven't seen the second one. I only saw the original one, the old one.
It's funny because Beetlejuice in the whole movie only got 12 minutes screen time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even though it's a movie about him.
The one character whose name is in the movie.
And then they asked the actor why, and he was like, because I didn't think Beetlejuice should be in the movie as much, because then the movie wouldn't make sense. And bro, what do you mean it wouldn't make sense? You're literally the main character! The story is about you! I love the musical. It's so silly.
Do you like musicals a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched The Greatest Showman?
Yeah.
Do you like that movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched that shit like 3 times when it first came out, and then afterwards.
Favorite song of it?
It's either The Greatest Show or the last song. I forgot its name, but it's where Hugh Jackman apologizes to everyone.
From now on,
Yeah.
where they are like at the bar and he starts
Yeah.
singing. Yeah, I love From Now On. From now on. From now on.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, I've heard so many covers of it. And then the This Is Me.
I love that as well. But I think my favorite song is From Now On and The Greatest Show.
Yeah.
Oh, and the first one of A Million Dreams.
True.
I really
Also,
love that.
Rewrite the Star. I like Rewrite the Stars, but not the movie version.
Yeah, the
The
cover
one-
one.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that what's his name? Fuck, I forgot his name. Hold on, Spotify, help me. Hold on. Rewrite.
I know Kesha
Stars.
sang it's This Is Me, right? The extra version of it.
Rewrite the Stars. James Arthur. That's it. James Arthur and Anne Marie. That's the one I like. And then which one? This Is Me?
Kesha sang This Is Me, right? Kesha was that?
No.
Oh.
Wait.
Yes, she did.
What? Kesha? This Is Me. Kesha. Did she? She did? I haven't heard this one.
Bro, I thought I was going crazy for a second. I was like, yes, she did.
I've never heard this version of the song.
It's really good. I wasn't expecting Kesha to be the one to sing it, but sing the rest of her songs, but it's really good.
With
She-
the crazy songs she sings.
Yeah,
no.
I wasn't expecting her to be in there, but Shay's like, who the fuck is Kesha? Fun fact about Shay, she doesn't listen to normal music. or watch movies. We once did a quiz with her and she didn't know shit.
Okay, I mean I know a few singers and all that, but like I am gonna get dunked on when it comes to like K-pop music, JP
Oh, I
music.
don't know K-pop or J-pop. I know English music.
Yeah. I can maybe name a few like classical like I guess like singers as well, but like
I
I'm
know
more into
Michael
like
Jackson.
yeah. Beat it. Beat it.
And
I
are
know
you
wait, we're on
okay? Are you okay, Annie? Are you okay? Uh, yeah. That's why. I'm like, classical
Wait.
music, I don't really know any classical music except for Beethoven and that kind of shit. Cause
Oh
I
yeah,
I
Beethoven,
don't
yeah.
really listen to it because it gives me headaches. Definitely, okay.
Yeah.
Classical is fine as long as there's no opera.
Gotcha. I will say I do love like a lot of instrumental
I love
covers
instrumental and I
of
love
songs.
musical and movie music, but the moment opera is involved, I will get a headache. So I don't wake
Yeah.
up from alarms or anything or like fucking bombs going off in my city. No,
But you put opera on near you, you
but the
wake up.
moment someone puts on opera on the TV, I will wake up. They actually use my grandpa used to use that because he thought it was funny. Like he would just put up opera. Like I would. Okay, this is how bad it was, right? I would be up in my room. I was a kid. He would downstairs. He would be downstairs. He would turn on the TV, and he would want me to wake up because well, otherwise he would get bored. So whenever my grandpa came to babysit, he would always like wake me up some way or the other. He would turn on opera, and he would know it would wake me up.
I think I don't have any like music that like disturbs. No, wait, that's a lie. As someone, okay. I think you already know. My first language is Spanish.
Yeah.
English is just my. So I can handle Spanish music unless it's like I don't know what they called in English. What would be like the translation for it? But it's like old like classic Spanish music. I just can't.
Oh.
Whenever I hear my dad use my sister's radio and put music, I just I die on the inside a little bit.
I know what music you mean. I used to go to Spain a lot. And I know what music you mean as well. They would have that in grocery stores, bro.
Yeah. That sounds pretty accurate. So yeah, I think that's the only type of music I can't. Like I can listen to pop, rock, metal, whatever, and I don't get bothered by it.
I
Like you
don't
put that
mind
shit on, like,
metal or rock. What I do mind is when it's just purely bass and go Like I'm not no.
Yeah, like you vibrate with
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. I'm like no, that's not at that point that's not music anymore, bro. Like the actual rave music.
Yeah.
That's not
I don't
music.
think
That's just a trip to the hospital because your ears popped open.
literally.
Wait,
I don't know how.
like
Uh,
yeah, same.
no, you go. I'm trying to think of something.
So I remember with that type of music, it can be deadly. And I learned that through music class. When my teacher was like, this type of music, if done wrong, it can cause heart attack when listened to for a longer period of times. And then this bitch proceeds to turn on the music anyway.
Bruh.
And she's like, this is the type of music that if you listen to longer than a few seconds, it has a high chance of causing heart attack. Turns on the fucking music. This is also, by the way, the same teacher that came an hour late and then yelled at us for not being in the classroom when she finally arrived.
When it's their fault, that's insane.
Like I
Wait,
was
did you use
like I went to the open space where you can do homework in silence. We had like this specific room. It was called the Harry Potter chamber because it looked exactly like the Great Hall in Harry Potter. Because it was like this old school. And bro, she marched in angrily, yelled at me, even though it was a room where you're supposed to be quiet so that people could do their homework in free time. She looked at me and she's like, why the fuck were you not in class? And I was like, you were an hour late. Over an hour late. I was like, there's this rule that after 8 minutes, class is finished, because if you're not there after 8 minutes after the class would start, we are allowed to go do whatever we want. You should be happy that I went here and actually did your classes, like this class, like work, instead of just going out to the store, which most of the students did. And but because I was the one of the only ones left in the school of that class, she came to me and yelled at me. And I was like, but
what a bitch.
But I didn't break the rules. These are the rules. And she's like, I don't fucking care if you're supposed to be in my class. It's out my hours today. And I'm like, you are over an hour late. I'm not gonna stay there for over an hour, sitting in a fucking classroom, waiting for someone who probably won't even arrive. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
Brother.
Then I got
I
detention.
kinda because of that?
Yes.
What a hoe. Sorry, what a bitch. Bro, what? No, okay. When I was in 8th grade, something similar happened. So my science teacher, which was my home class teacher at that time, was also active in the military.
Mm-hmm.
So we had 6 months, literally a whole semester, without a science teacher and our homeschool teacher because he was out in active duty. And they didn't have like a substitute teacher or anything like that.
That's weird.
Literally half a year without a teacher.
That's
And
fucking
then
weird.
one time, whenever he would be around, they would like make fun of him because he would go and flirt, actively flirting and like very obvious flirting with our art teacher, who was, she was a very, very mean woman, to say the least. But she would like turn into the softest thing whenever he would flirt with her. To the point that every student was starting rumors that they were like dating or they were like cheating on their partners. Things got ugly. And I remember one time, that art teacher got late to school. The rest of my class decided to skip because she wasn't around.
Yeah.
So they skipped the class. But a friend of mine and I stayed nearby, and she arrived and she started complaining to us. She wasn't even doing anything in class, mind you, because the classroom was empty. It was only 2 people in there, a friend of mine and me. So we decided to like try to clean up. We lifted desks. There were dead roaches. Like, that thing was never cleaned. And she was complaining because we were like basically we didn't skip class. She was complaining because we didn't skip class with the other students.
Because now she actually had to do her job.
Dude, she was so mad, and we were like, not only are we here, we're doing something you should be doing, which is cleaning, but okay.
Okay, but that would be me as a teacher now. I'd be like, what the fuck you guys here? You're not supposed to be here. I was supposed to have this hour free now. Damn it.
You heard her. She doesn't. She wants to work for free.
Bro, I am very bad at being a teacher, even though I used to be a tutor and
I
a
don't know how you do
therapist.
that.
Like okay, so I am chaotic, right? I had to go to homework class because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do homework on my own at home. So I had to like stay 3 hours after school would end, which means school would end at 3 and then I have to stay another 3 hours until 6 p.m. So I was there from 8 to 6 p.m. every day from Monday to Friday. And then in the 3 hours that I had at the time, in the like on those days, I would have to tutor people in math classes and science.
Oh God.
And help people with gym and shit and gymnastic and shit like that. I
That
had no
doesn't
free
sound too
time.
bad.
Gymnastics was fun. Science was also fun because the first class, my teacher, why he chose my desk, I don't know. But I was okay. Maybe I know. I was kind of falling asleep, and then suddenly he threw like this fluid on my desk and set it on fire.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, he got my attention. That's for sure.
That's a safety hazard. What do you mean?
He was like, "Look, science." And I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Science? That sounds like a caveman saying fire. Like what?
Sounds like arson to me, but okay.
What the fuck?
He turned out to be a really chill teacher. He was like, you can swear, you can do whatever you want, you can blow up stuff. Only thing you cannot do is talk about cancer, which is honestly fair.
Yeah.
But that was literally his only rule. We could say whatever we want, we could do whatever we want. If we had science projects, he wouldn't get mad if we accidentally blew it up. He was like, the school will pay for
What?
that anyway.
Why does that sound like the perfect class for you, considering you just like this chaotic little gremlin? I can already imagine you saying chaos.
Like, I remember at one, like, we had a test and I forgot my calculator, because we had to do math in order to know what we had to put in the test and shit like that. And I had to go up there. He made an example out of me, that's for sure. He was like, I will give you a calculator, but you're gonna have to do this and this and this.
Bro.
Yeah, like, you're gonna have to clean that, you have to clean this, and you're gonna have to try to explode that. Like, none of the things that he made me do was bad. Like, I didn't mind to do any of them, but like, in front of the whole class, he looked at me, he was like, how dare you? And you should let that. He made fun of it. He was a chill teacher.
I can already imagine that. You.
Like, and then he made me like I don't know. Right. He made me take my English book out of my thing and then lay it on his desk. He was like, what is the next class you have after this? And I was like, English. And he was like, do you have your English book with you? And I'm like, yeah. Put it on my desk. So that you can't just walk out with the calculator. without like throw, because then you don't have an English book in the English lesson and you have trouble. And I know for a fact that you're gonna give it back. And I was like, but I'm gonna give it back anyway. And he's like, I don't care. Give me your English book. And then he doodled in my English book. I opened it and there were doodles in it.
Imagine a fucking grown-ass adult doodling in a student's notebook. That's insane.
Like there were funny faces all over, like stuff and shit like that. It was so dumb. But yeah, he was a chill teacher.
I think the most chill teacher I've had was my history teacher in 8th grade. He used to bring his what was it? Oh yeah, he used to bring his Xbox controller and his console, and we would play Left 4 Dead or COD Zombies in school
That is
during his
awesome.
class. And then whenever there was like a test or something, he would like give out papers with information regarding things for the test. And he would give us the test papers as well, and he'd be like, just copy whatever you see, like you have the paper, it's fine. So everyone had the answers right next to them. Everyone passed the class, no issues at all. He would buy us Coca-Cola every single day.
Yeah,
And then,
one of my history teachers was racist as fuck.
bruh.
Nah, the dude had a fucking whip in his classroom. And one of the students kept talking through him. So he gave the whip. He was like, I cannot hit you because I will get fired. But the person next to you can. So he gave the whip to the person sitting next to her. And he's like, every time she talks, just hit her.
Is that legal?
No.
That's crazy.
Or, bruh, he was racist, right? He was racist. And he wasn't subtle about it either. Like, he would have, like, he would say, like, stuff, and then he would, like, make the most horrid fucking comments about people. And he didn't have much respect for women either. Like, damn. But it was so out of pocket that it was funny. It was so bad that it was funny.
I don't think I've ever had a teacher like that. I think the only... No. Teacher like that.
Thank you for the lurk, thank you for the hydrate, Azzy.
We did have an issue with that same history teacher that brought his game console to school. A student decided to play a prank on him.
Oh.
So he gave us money to buy him a Coca-Cola. So we went to the school store and bought him one. And right outside his class, a guy took it from our hands. Another student from my class took it from our hands. And he opened the can. He dropped a Viagra in the Coca-Cola can and gave it to the teacher.
Oh, that no.
Yeah.
That's like I never asked my sister to bring me a cola can again because I know for a fact she's gonna shake it.
Have you had that happen
Yes,
to you before?
so many times. She will shake it and then give it to me, and then not say that she shook it. Then I'd have to clean up the cola everywhere.
I can only imagine to just like this volcano eruption of Coca-Cola just spurting all over your face.
And like it's even worse in Austria because we're high up in the mountains, so the pressure is already really big.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would
Yeah, so
shake it.
everything that's busy.
Yeah. And she would shake it like crazy and then give it to me. So I'd be sitting on top of a fucking mountain and I'd be thirsty as fuck. And then I'd just sit there up on the mountain covered in cola. And that's not that like that's already shitty as fuck being because it's gonna like be sticky and shit. But no. What makes it even fucking worse is because it's summer, so all the fucking bees, all the flies, everything comes towards you because of the fucking cola on top of you.
Yeah, the sugar, yeah.
And she thinks that's so funny. And she does it every time.
It's worse the fact that you just keep falling for it, though.
Yeah. I think the worst prank my sister has ever pulled on me, and I have to give her credits for it, is we were home and I was getting ready for bed and she went to bed, or at least I thought she went to bed an hour before me. I was brushing my teeth and shit like that, and I had like, changed into my PJs and I turned off the light. I closed my door, I turned off the light. Next thing I know is in the dark, someone jumps up and screams. Bro, I got so scared. Turns out my sister had hidden in a corner for over an hour waiting for me to go to bed. I have never been that scared in my life.
That's a soul leaving body experience, right?
Like, bro, it was dark. I was tired. I just wanted to go to bed. I didn't know she was. I thought she was in her room sleeping, bro. Like, I didn't. That's the kind of person my sister is, and she always hides behind corners because she knows I get jump scared really easily, and then jump scares me.
I got scared like that once in my whole life, but I felt like I was gonna die because I got so scared, and it was when I was in college. I was with in my apartment with my cousin and the other two girls that were staying there, and we were all friends from like years before, and we had no power. So we were talking and whatnot. One of the girls decided to take a nap, and the other girl and my cousin and I were just talking in my cousin's room with the door open. I was standing in the door frame, and it was getting dark. And a few hours later, the girl that took a nap woke up and was walking towards us. She's pale as fuck. Like I'm talking about as white can be. It was dark. I look over and all I see is her face. And in my head, I saw the nun from the horror movie The Nun. And my soul left my body. I jumped, I hit the doorknob, I fucking scratched my back. My friend was laughing, my cousin was laughing, the girl that took a nap was laughing as well. My body was just gone.
That is fucking crazy. Talking about that movie, The Nun. Never watched that shit in VR. I did.
Wow.
I've never laughed that hard in my life. Like, it's scary, but the moment that the nun starts running, all I could see was it looked like she was a fucking penguin running towards me. I could not stop laughing.
Wait, how would you say? In VR?
In VR.
How can you watch that in VR? How does that
I
work?
don't know. There was this video, they made the movie into VR.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if it was legal. I don't know if it's still up, but it was on YouTube, and I watched that, and I was laughing so hard because bruh, like all I could see was it looked like a fucking penguin.
It's waddling towards
Yeah,
you.
bro, the way she waddled over every time, like I couldn't stop laughing, man. And then I made my friend watch it, and bro, she pissed her pants. She got so scared, and I was like, "Ah, "This is not scary at all, man." It's for some reason, horror games scare the living shit out of me, but movies, that's fine.
I was gonna
Movies and
say, it
IRL
sounds to
things,
me
that's
like you
fine.
can handle. It sounds to me like you can handle horror movies like fine.
Yeah, horror movies I can handle fine. IRL stuff I can handle fine, like horror houses and that shit. I'm fine. But the moment
Mhm.
it's a fucking game, I get so scared.
You weren't that scared with the 2 hunts we did in Phasmophobia the
No, in
other day, though.
Phasmophobia, I don't get scared anymore. But you should have watched me try to play medicine. I stopped breathing, and then the alarm on my watch went off because my heartbeat went under 40 because I stopped breathing for over like 4 minutes. Because when I get scared, I'm like like those little goats that just faint. Yeah, that's me.
That's a funny mental image. You just pass out.
It's me, bro. I stop breathing. I stop functioning. I'm just there.
That's a funny ass mental image.
Like I still need to finish the game medicine, and I still need to play mortuary assistant. But I'm
Oh no, but
terrified.
Mortuary's Assistant is just, it's something else. That game can fuck you up bad.
Yeah, but medicine, bro. I
I
don't
think I
like being
remember.
chased, but not being able to see that I'm getting chased. And that is literally medicine. That's the whole game. Doing
Wait, I
puzzles,
think
knowing that an invisible demon is slowly trying to get to you, but you can't see it.
the
Except if
name
you make a
sounds
picture.
familiar.
And you like the only way to see the demon is through pictures. And it's so
Huh.
bad. It's so scary.
That sounds like a very annoying gimmick, though.
But then when I played Forewarned,
Medicine.
I laughed so hard.
What was this one?
I couldn't stop laughing in Forewarned. That game is so dumb. I made a demon like tiptoe around and dance, and it was so funny. I was like, "Can you dance?" And bro started like tap dancing.
Oh wait, Madison's the one with like the. You're like a photographer.
Yeah, the photo where you have a camera, and the only way to see the demon is through that camera, through photos.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember this shit now. Yeah, no, this game was something else. I remember it now.
That shit scared me so bad.
I
But then
think
again,
you'd
I
be.
will not lie. I also got scared in fuck, what, in Resident Evil.
How's it scary moments? Especially the scenes where you're being chased down.
I mean, the multiplayer ones, 5 and 6, the multiplayer, I didn't get scared. The only time I got scared in Resident Evil 6 was with the water scene, where we had to swim through a tunnel of water. Now, if there's one thing I cannot handle, it's water. And I cried.
Yeah. So wait, you've played Subnautica, or if you've never played it before?
Oh, Subnautica, I will never play.
Okay.
I couldn't even watch it.
You played Raft at some point? Or no?
I finished the game Raft, yes.
How did you do it? Because there's water in that game, and like you're literally in the ocean.
I cried on an island until Sophia took pity on me and joined in the game, and then carried me through the game.
Oh no. Wait, which one was Forewarned? I'm trying to.
Forewarned
It's a horror game, but
is
it
like
like
Phasmo, but then Egyptian? Fuck,
oh, it's
Egypt.
Egyptian.
And when you die, you can turn into either a nice mummy or a mean mummy. But either way, you sound funny as fuck.
Oh, I've seen. Okay, yeah. I've seen.
Don't play that
pictures of
shit
it
with
and
Shay
stuff.
though, because she will lock you up in the tomb.
Sounds like you've been through that a lot.
Yeah. Like you just be like, whatever you do, don't start the hunt. And then she's like, and yeah, like, can we start the hunt? Do we have everything ready? And she's like, yes. And like, bro, she would start the hunt, run outside, and lock us inside while she waits for us to like find the thing and get to the next part of the round. Laughing at our misery.
Honestly, this one doesn't. This one seems fun.
It's fun. It has jump scares, but it's funny. There's this one demon when, because every demon has its own personality and reacts to different things. There's this one demon, the only way to protect yourself, because you cannot see it, is by making sound. It hates sound. So whenever you go against a demon, you just hear people, even because you can't see it, right? You just hear people constantly yelling and making random sounds just to make sure that the demon doesn't get close. And then there's this other demon that is a shapeshifter. Now, the problem with playing with Shay is she's quiet, she doesn't talk. Nor does the demon. So,
So you don't know.
Yeah, one time he turned into Shay, and I thought it was actually Shay until I heard the whistle, and I was like, well, that's not fucking Shay. I died. I died.
You could say the mimic did its job.
It sure did. And then there's one that comes after you if you make sound. So you need to be quiet. There's one that you cannot look at. If you look at him, he will attack you. But he is pretty much very difficult to see. So you don't really know when you're looking at him unless you look closely, but he does make sounds of chains, so you know not to look in the direction of the chains.
That direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's some other ones that I forgot what they do. But it's a fun game, and it's one of the games where I've laughed at so much.
It sounds very interesting.
Yeah. You can kill your own friends.
Ah, there's the catch. There it is.
Yeah.
Wait, okay.
Like, it's a lot. Okay, so it's has a lot more stuff than Phasmophobia. But it is the same idea. It just has a lot more stuff. It's a bit more, I think, like Demonologist than Phasmophobia.
I mean, I guess they're all the same kind of game if you think about it. Demonologist is pretty similar as
The
well.
only
So
thing
yeah,
with Phasmophobia, if you find the ghost, that's it. That's the round.
yeah.
For Demonologist and Forewarned, you find the ghost, find what the ghost is, and then you can fight said ghost slash demon. Phasmophobia doesn't have that, but the other two do.
Wait, I thought in Demonologist you just had to figure out what the ghost was.
No, so with Demonologist, you can find the ghost and what the ghost is, and you can stop it there. Same as with Forewarned, or you can go back in, and with Demonologist, you get 3 quests that you need to do while trying to avoid the ghosts, and then after that, you get the objection in Demonologist where you can kill the ghost. Each map has a different way of murdering the ghost. The hospital, you can literally shoot the ghost with a shotgun. It's fucking great. And in Forewarned, you basically have that as well. You find the ghost. What you do is you go into its chamber. You steal an item from it. Ghost gets angry, locks you in said in the tomb. Then you have to go around the tomb trying to avoid it, which is basically the hunt. It's like a Phasmophobia hunt, only it takes until you find the lever to open the door. It still it's still hunting even though you find a lever, and then you have to get out. Then you have 4 statues you can take, and you can go to a different area that you normally wouldn't be able to go to. You can put said statues. No, then you have a quest that you have to do. If you successfully do that quest, another area opens. You can go to a portal that sends you to the underworld, where the demon lives. Then you put 4 statues on the altar, and basically a boss fight starts. And you fight the demon. You murder the demon. And then no demon, and you can go and you get a fuck ton of XP, and that's that.
Oh, okay.
It's really funny. Right, Shay? Forewarned is a fun game.
Wait, have you played Escape the Backrooms?
Yes.
I have a few of the Backrooms games.
We can
Hold
play
on.
it sometime.
Which ones do we have? I have Escape the Backrooms, Inside the Backrooms, and Backrooms Media.
I have
3.
Escape the Backrooms. But I also have the SCP games multiplayer. Shay and I were
played
suffering in that because we got spawn camped by the witch. The witch doctor. While laughing
the
our
Doctor,
ass off.
yeah.
While laughing our ass off. We were so useless that whole game.
The Plague Doctor sucks ass.
And the Backrooms, I think I've never laughed that much in a horror game as well. Because the people I was playing with, including Shay, turns out you guys are pretty scared of bugs. And there was this level with bugs.
Oh, the moths!
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
It was so funny. We never managed to finish the game, but
I finished it like 3 times. It gets really hard. It gets really, really...
it does have an ending, but we dumb, so we couldn't get past a certain level because we kept getting stomped on.
I think...
Oh, and I remember we somehow ended up going in circles. Also, your mic cut out.
Oh, can you hear
there
me
you
now?
are. Yeah. He just went
I'm trying.
into obliterate.
I don't think. I think no. The only two levels that are really hard are with in the corn maze and the one where you have to like do different sections with that one guy with the balloons. I forgot his name, like the party goer or whatever he's called.
Oh wait, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's four.
Yeah, we didn't
So
get past that. That's where we ended up being stuck.
that one sucks ass. Cause no matter what you do, he just hears you.
Yeah, he hears you, he sees you, like it doesn't matter. You just die.
Yeah. I don't know how we made it through the times I played, but it was so. Oh my god. I hated the maze. I ended up doing the maze alone because my friends ended up dying every single time we played.
Or the start?
So, huh? No, no, no.
Oh
So
no,
you know
no, yeah,
before
yeah.
before the arcade with the party goers, you do the chase scene and the corn maze. I hate that.
remember that because I was laughing so hard. I also like, bro, it's just when there's somebody that's more scared than me in a horror game, I no longer am scared. At that point, I'm just laughing.
I feel that. Okay, wait. I'm seeing. Okay, so Phasmo, Warframe, Apex. I'm just seeing what games we have. The Phasmo, Warframe, Apex, Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is my Human Fall Flat. Lethal. I haven't played Lethal with you yet, actually. Damn, I haven't played Lethal Company in a while.
I'm great to play lethal with, right, Shay?
I have a feeling you just killed me with a shovel.
They banned me from having shovels.
That's crazy.
Or driving a car.
I haven't played that update, so I haven't played since a little bit before that.
Or doing any type of parkour because I will fall.
No, I feel bad. I do not get along with walking on small areas because I just say hi to floors very easily, and yeah.
No, if there's no safety railing, 100% I will fall in it. I'm blind. So if there's no safety railing to stop me from falling in hole, I don't see hole, I will fall in hole.
Especially if you don't have a flashlight.
Even with flashlight, bro.
Bruh.
I cartwheeled once. One time I was emoting, cartwheeling, and I was having the time of my life, and then bloop, I was dead. And I cartwheeled myself into a hole. Actually, watched it happen.
I'd be so down to try if you're up at some point this week.
Yeah.
We can do like lethal or repo or something. Oh right, Raft of course. Power World. Power Wash Simulator would it's a game that you can it's for yapping. Like you can play, but it's more like for talking.
I love Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah. Crab game. Wait, you play Baldur's Gate too? Oh!
Yeah, but then my PC died. But I need somebody to help me with Baldur's Gate because I
What?
got myself hard stuck into a prison. And the
What
outside, my
do
team
you
in the
mean?
outside died, so nobody could get me out, so I got stuck.
What? What do you mean they died?
They died. Well,
but they're
okay,
not.
Gil tends to my Gil and my team. Every time there's a cliff, he walks off the cliff. So he died that way. There's a literal command
Is
for
he
every time.
permanently died?
No, well, it wouldn't if I would go to the Reaper, but I can't go to the Reaper because I'm in fucking jail.
If you have
My
the game
Karlach
slot,
died to a goblin. And my Asterion died because he missed a shot and then got stomped on.
if at any point, if you still have the game installed
I can install
and
it.
are yeah,
We can do
flex your super fast
multiplayer.
speed. Flex your super fast speed, yeah.
We can do multiplayer.
I think we have to start a session for that though.
Yeah. We can start a new
Uh,
session.
But what I was gonna say is if you, because I could help you try to figure that out. I'm trying to think. That's in the first chapter, no?
Yeah, I never got past the first chapter.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, because if you want at some point, we could like do that, and
We can
I could help you.
I can start a
Unstuck
new
you.
thing. I need I have already decided if I'm gonna ever play it, I'm start anew because most of the characters that are supposed to be in my team, they died at the beginning in the story because I fucked up the story.
I will say,
I also accidentally put a stake through Asterion. And he perma died.
I was playing with my friend, and I might have caused a massacre. Because we teamed up with the bad guys. So.
Oh, we'll be a great team then.
Did you do the same thing?
I murdered a whole village.
I think we did the same thing then. That's crazy.
I
wait,
wanted
hold
XP,
on.
okay? I wanted to level up my characters.
Hold on. You know what? Let me start uninstalling some stuff to get like space.
And I could
So,
give
like-
the game to Shay, and we can all three start a series where we just play Baldur's Gate and we do this storyline. Where it's just me and Shay being children who are getting babysit by you.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I installed that.
Because I don't think either me or Shay know how to play the game. Because we tried once. We died.
All I'm hearing is you want me to do all the dialogue just in case.
No, we'll be there. We'll be there for moral support. Mostly.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'll just choose to be a bard and I'm just
I'm a
befriend
druid
everyone.
through and through. I'm a druid through and through.
I went rogue the first one, but turns out I'm not great at fighting.
No, okay. I will say so when I was playing with my friend and we killed the village, did the massacre, and we went back to camp to sleep. I didn't know that would trigger a certain scene. So my character, I made a female character because tieflings just look really cool when they're female. So I made a female character. She ended up having sex with the commander, and I'm like, aha. So this is what happened. So yeah.
I accidentally romanced Gil. I tried to romance Asterion, but I accidentally romanced Gil because, okay, I'm dumb, and he said he wanted to show me magic, and I thought because he's a sorcerer, I thought he was gonna show a magic trick. It's not the kind of magic he was talking about.
Oh,
And I romanced
what did he do?
Gale and I don't know what happened. A kissing, I think. I don't fucking know. But I panicked, and then I accidentally romanced Gale, and Asterion hated me.
Oh. Oh no. Uh.
Shay was
Okay.
laughing at my misery.
Okay, I need to find a new hard drive. I need more space. This game is almost 150. What the fuck?
It's big.
That's so much space.
But I would love to play Baldur's Gate again with you guys.
Yes,
And
I'm
we can
down.
restart the story. And I would just be like, I don't know, your puppy or something. And you carry me through the game.
I think I can actually carry you. I think if I have enough strength, I can.
Like, I was so
According
bad at the
to this,
game that
it'll take
like,
14 hours for my shit to download. Okay.
that's not that bad.
Yeah. For a 145 gig game, yeah, no, that's fine. Sorry, you were saying? I didn't want to interrupt you.
I don't remember. Let me start installing Baldur's Gate though. Do I still have it installed?
Wait, Shay, do you like this sort of game?
You want me to get it for you?
How much is it right now? Oh, it's $60 still. I thought it would be less. Damn. Alright, the last patch added some new subclasses and photo mode and crossplay.
Cross.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, so multiplayer's now easier then.
Yeah, you can play on with people on console.
Oh.
Wait, what the hell? Photo mode, explain, getting started. I miss this game. I think I have a picture of my character actually. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I have a screenshot of her. I had to, because I had my personal save and then I had my save with my friend. Let me see if I have a picture. Nope, nope, nope. Did I pass one? Where is she? I have so many screenshots, goddamn.
Oh yeah, after this I'm gonna go and read someone, but first, before I do that,
I found her. What is it? 178.
I need to do something really quickly.
Go.
No, I need to do something very important.
Let me see if I send the right thing. This is my I think that was my personal save character, or was that my? I don't remember now. What?
I did something.
What?
I'm about to get yelled
Oh,
at. But that's okay.
by Shay?
No, why would Shay yell at me?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, that looks pretty.
Try to see if I have another picture of her.
What's wrong, Shay? Yes, I'm sure I already paid for it. Plus, you did so much for free for the debut, upcoming debut, and I told you I was gonna find a way to pay you back. See this as a way for me to pay you back. Okay.
Oh wait, that is my multiplayer character. Fuck, where's my single player one? I have so many Genshin and Star Rail pictures. Oh my god. I don't think I ever took a proper picture of my character. That's fine.
Alright, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for following. I appreciate it a lot. Hope to see y'all next time. And please be nice to Nimue. She's playing Minecraft again. Bye bye. Shay, you install.